Welcome to LC Africa, the content factory. We are the giants of online media. We welcome you yet again on this show, the Rwenzori Focus. We'll first apologize for airing this show earlier on than advertised because we still have issues with UEDCL in our operation area in Nansana. So we ask those who have the power to streamline the issue of power and electricity in Nansana. The Honorable Dr. Minister for Energy made changes in UEDCL, and we expect the changes will have to do with organizing this sector so that we do not get issues with power. Otherwise, I'm Hason Mutunzi, the host of Rwenzori Focus. But before we begin, let us first have the first commercial break.
Mu mutima gwa Uganda mulimu ekimera ekyenjawulo era nga kijiddwamu omutindo ogusukkulumye. Engano ya jiko nga ekolebwa ab'amaganjo grain millers. Kola ebyokulya eby'omulembe nga okozesa jiko owomerwe ne
Well, Maganjo grain millers, the best wheat makers in Uganda. Yesterday we were at Maganjo celebrating the Golden Jubilee Award of Dr. Benon Luja. Era Honorable Chibanzanga was asking me that Maganjo, they are our people. Yes, indeed, they are our people.
Thank you.
And the owner of Maganjo was awarded with a Golden Jubilee medal.
We really thank them for supporting our younger people in the Rwenzori sub-region. All
right, this program is powered by Maganjo Grain Millers, and this evening I'm having Honorable Christopher Chibanzanga Taban Mbalibura, the son of the man from the mountains of Rwenzori. And then you have our other panelists, Honorable Kamama Fatuma Katembo. She is a devoted National Unity Platform member and also a former candidate for Kasese Woman Representative. We also have Ambassador Milton Kambula, the country director of Global Peace Foundation. Let me start with our guest. It is nice to have you, sir. First, say hello to the viewers.
I'm very happy to have Honorable Minister with us. Of course, former minister, you will always be a minister. And hosting us, my brother, my sister. Thank you for standing, you know. I don't know, next time, don't give up. Our people from Rwenzori, may God bless each one of you. It's an honor to be here as your son, Kambula Milton, the president of Global Peace Foundation. We work in 52 countries around the globe, and we are the best peace negotiators. We have been mediating all these global issues. Right now, we have to pray for the issue of Ukraine and Russia. There is a standoff, of course, a ceasefire, but it's being abused. We pray to God that President Putin and Zelensky, president of Ukraine, understand and appreciate the ceasefire. But also the President Trump and the Prime Minister Netanyahu and the administration of Iran to really respect the peace ceasefire that we have asked through the stakeholders and the leaders in Pakistan. So Rwenzori, we are united. And our unity in diversity is power, and culture must be the base for our civilization and democracy and development. May God bless you. This is a good platform, sir.
Oh, thank you, Ambassador. Can I have you greet our viewers, Honorable Kamama?
Good afternoon to our dear viewers of LC Africa. I salute you, sir. Honorable, I salute you as well.
Thank you.
My name is Katembo Fatuma Kamama, proudly from Kasese, come from Bukwenzo West County, and I'm a Musukali by clan. I am a lawyer by profession, I'm a benefactor, human rights activist, and an entrepreneur at the same time. I'm so much honored to be here.
Are you worried about the sovereignty bill as a human rights activist?
More.
We
Yes.
shall discuss that later. Honorable Christopher, please say greetings to our viewers.
Thank you very much. What is the organization?
LC Luobe
Luobe
Channel
Africa. Thank you very much for hosting us this afternoon. As you have been told, Chibazanga Christopher, that's my name. I come from Bwendera County in Wundubujo District in Rwenzori sub-region. I am happy to be here this afternoon on a topic that really appeals to my heart and mind. Rwenzori in the 21st century, bridging the sacred tradition to the modern lives. Thank you very much.
Honorable, let us start with, I have seen so much Rugambo on social media. People are trying to read into your not appearing at the royal event that happened in Kampala. I wanted you to make a statement and rubbish those rumors that people try to make and tell us why actually you didn't come. The other time I asked you whether you're invited, you asked me what do you want. Now I am having you again. Why did he not turn up, sir?
What is the rumor all about?
The rumor is that you decided not to turn up.
Not at all. As you may be aware, I am a newly elected member of parliament.
That is true.
From Bugandara County in the Wundubujo district. Currently, we are so busy in organizing the swearing-in ceremony. The whole of last week, I was at Parliament picking the accreditation documents. And as you may be aware, COVID is still around. There are those tests that you make. But I was so aware that the King of Rwenzori will be in the Buganda sub-region, meeting his people, celebrating with his people. And my entire family was in Makerere, my wife, my
I was
children,
there, I saw the family. That's
and
true.
all of them were there. So if my better half, according to the Bible,
Yes, you're better
is
half.
present,
Eh.
I am present.
Eh.
Because when you go for that better half, you are one and the same. So what are you talking about? I wasn't there.
It's not me talking about that.
Okay, what are they talking about?
Aha.
That I wasn't there?
Because
if my half,
when you asked me
my
what you
better
want,
half,
it went viral now.
my better half and my children, almost all of them were there. So
Anyway,
I was present.
after rubbishing up these rumors, now what do you make of this visit and how significant is it to the people of Rwenzori?
The other day, I had congratulated, I had appreciation for the Kabaka, for central government for playing it cool, for the Kabaka and the kingdom for playing it cool. And indeed, our king was here, was happy for almost 6 hours, and nothing happened. And I told you the other day that this is my thinking, my belief of cultural institutions. Cultural institutions does not mean that we are building
Walls.
invisible walls between our communities. Rather, we are only trying to build Uganda from its building materials, blocks. These communities are building blocks to build a community called Uganda. And Uganda itself is a building block to build a community called Africa, the African community. And the African community is a building block to build the global community. And I'm happy to be here with my elder Militon, who's looking for a global peace.
Well,
I'm happy to be here with my daughter, Kamama, who's also struggling to make sure that really we focus our mind to the betterment of Uganda.
Well, thank you those that are watching us online on YouTube and on Facebook. We are streaming live from our home in Nansana opposite KFC. We ask those that are watching us to bring business and advertise with us. Now, our topic today is the Rwenzori in the 21st century, bridging sacred traditions with modern lives. We understand I understand all of you are Bakonzo.
Yes, please.
The king said we are not Bakonzo, we are
Baira.
Baira.
Yes.
Let us start from that.
Mm-hmm.
We have had several people. We interviewed Honorable Kabianga. He said that we asked him the meaning of the word Baira. He termed it as the Baira simply means an original person. In his statement, he said, that was his opinion though, that a Muganda can also become a Muira. So to him, he says a Muira is an original Mukonzo who is not diluted with, because I come from a family where I married a Muganda, so my children are not, to him, are not Baira. They are Bakonzo.
Really?
So that is what he says, a Muira who is not diluted. So I want to get a comment from each one of you when we have these two words of Bakonzo and Baira.
Okay.
Let me start with you, Honorable Chibanzanga. What comes to your mind?
Thank you so much. You should know that by 1822, there was nothing called a boundary between Congo and Uganda.
That's true.
There was no boundary. We were all the original people. A nickname that was given to us by ivory traders, the slave traders from the coast. And they said for us, we are not capable to carry ivory from the hinterland to the coast. As they were exporting ivory. And that even when they took us as the slaves, we were lazy. Our gonja. Wachana now. It is a Swahili name. Our gonja. Wachana now.
Wagonjwa.
Wagonjwa. This will not work.
Wagonjwa.
Wachana now. And eventually, with the time, it became Wagonjwa, Bakonjo. Including Batoro, by the way. Toro is not a name. This is a Banyoro. This is a Banyoro from Bunyoro Kitara. But they said, what when you are Toroka?
From the Batembuzi dynasty.
Toroka.
Toroka. So that's where the name Toro came from.
Toroka from Toro. You remember Kasagama?
A
man we kept in our mountain in Gondofujo there.
Yes.
In fact, the grandfather of my mother, Ruhandeka, is the one who kept Okutoroka priest. The priest who kutoroka, alitoroka.
Akatoroka nka, Bunyoro.
Bunyoro kikidom, he disagreed with his father and he kutorokad. And they say, alitoroka, and therefore Batoro.
So that's how the name Batoro came
about.
So they also came from Wagonjwa.
Because we were so lazy, we could not carry ivory.
Wagonjwa.
And even if you took us, we could not do whatever they wanted because they took us to work in plantations. The tea plantations, the sugarcane plantations, the cotton plantations. And we were a bit lazy. They say, Gonja, wachana now.
Where? As in the...
Of course, the slaves were taken to United States, to Europe, all over the world. All over the world. So we were not... They say, Gonja, wachana now. Or they would even kill us, exterminators. So that's how the name came about. On the other side, because of Lingala and the French, they became Bandande.
Banande.
I'm still studying what does it mean, Abanande. But people around Rwenzori Mountain, the original man on Rwenzori Mountain, are called Abaira. The Muira is the original.
Because you see, what is disturbing me is one, when you go to DRC, we are speaking the same language. We are having the same culture.
The same language, the same culture. It is only influenced by French and Lingala. And Kiswahili.
Because even in Kasese, the Lukonzo we speak, those who stay in Chitswamba, those who the Buendera county in the OBR, they speak a slightly different
language. And those ones, the Lukonzo is influenced by English, and some Kiswahili, and Lunyoro.
So now, you see...
When you come to this side, is influenced by Lingala, French, and Lukonzo, and some bit of Lunyoro.
So my point is about the culture now. Almost sharing the same culture. Now, why do you have people residing in Congo called Banande, and those in Uganda called Bakonzo? So that is where my problem was coming.
We were named the best on the slave traders. Remember the slave traders from the coast were speaking Arabic and Kiswahili. Arabic mixed with the local languages around here, the Kiswahili language was born. Now, on the other side of the mountain, these people getting in touch with French and Lingala, Bangala people, then the Chendande language was born, and the Chendande name was born. And we are trying to study what does it mean to say Bandande. Bandande sounds Lingala.
Banande.
Banda, for you are putting it now in Luko. Sounds Lingala. We have to study why they were called but before the Berlin Conference, the Beni Congo, there was nothing called Uganda. There was nothing.
So many things in common with the Vaira and the Banande from the DRC. We share what identifies us is the culture, the tradition, our history, and our leadership. You understand? Because it just came to my notice that even the people from the DRC, they believe that our king belongs to them as well. So what identifies us, it is our culture.
Okay.
Yes, the things that we share in common, we as the Vaira.
Let me go to the man who has difficulty with speaking Lukonzo because he has stayed in Kampala as a hustler. Sebo, when you hear
The lost sheep.
the lost sheep, when you have two names that are being, because I was listening keenly to the singer, he was saying that being called a Mukonzo is an insult. Start from there.
As a student of African history, but also a leader who has been able to meet leaders in the global north and also global south, I have seen the manipulation continuing. The Berlin Conference and the impact it created are still alive. It is still alive in the names we have, not just Ekasese, Abakonzo, Babaira, Chikamanyisayaji. Even my name just starts with our name.
Mr. Kambule.
I'm called Milton.
But that is a foreign name.
The ignorance and the stupidity of this man dressed in the name, not knowing the meaning, could have been the cause why we are poor. We have names that we carry on our heads and they have cast us. And so when I listen to praise, of course, and the king, we are supposed to be kenned. All of us are supposed to be kenned.
Kenned for what reason now?
Parliament
Obviously stupid, I mean.
need to be beaten because that all those MPs, you ask them the meaning of their name, the meaning of the places they come from. They don't know. And that's why the president finds it difficult, even if he tries to educate us. Oh, the scar of the Berlin Conference is alive.
It's with us.
So, Chinywe Omuyira, that is the original name. By 1400, because I'm writing a book.
Honorable Chibanzaga said 1800. I think we should have, those watching us should have
exactly.
When they can amend.
Actually, by 1400, I'm writing a book called Nurturing a Competent African Child. I'm digging it before Jesus was born. How was Africa looking like? And the level of civilization. So by 1400, the Muira was alive. From Nigeria, because of the migrations from South Africa to the Botswana corridor, Central Africa, then Congo, then DRC, the current DRC. Those are migrations. And we have other migration right from the Horn of Africa, going north, going south. So we have the Mesopotamia conquering Libya by 5 AD. And the Roman Empire having been conquered, and they want to disperse the Mesopotamians by 7 AD and wanting to come to Uganda through the Nile.
Now,
so the name Chira, Tulivaira, is the original name. And so the word Mukonzo, we need a reform in the parliament, because a person like me, I hate these names. And the honorable member of parliament is here. I wish he can unite with the Nupu candidate here. We want to have the new name called Abayira. It should be our tribe reflected in the Bible, so, not these names that represent nothing. Bikorimo, Abagada Bagambe, Bikorimo, Mukonzo, you are Mugonjo, you have heard it. So that's why we are not rich.
Pause a bit there. I want to now first take it to Honorable Chibanzanga. Mr. Milton, Ambassador Milton is raising a very critical concern. He's saying you as MPs from Rwenzori should champion the renaming of constitutional renaming the Bakonzo
as the
to
Bayira.
Now as Bayira. How would you go by that as a sitting MP who is about to take oath?
My dear Love Channel and Africa. Of course, some of us we were excited about the protection of sovereignty bill. A bit excited. But later on, we discovered that it was on one item, money. Very disappointed. But the bill, if it had addressed some of the issues that were discussed in the Berlin conference
Yes.
for Africa, for Uganda to own, to reclaim itself, I would have been a very happy man as a Pan-Africanist. Because it's not only about money from these people who have rooted us for almost 200 years. Is it 200 years? I think 400 years.
600 years.
600 years, some of you who have read history. It's not about money from their country coming back to Africa that will give us our sovereignty. It is about the total reclaim of the Africanism that will give us our sovereignty. Why do I speak English?
Yes.
Why? Why do I speak English?
So you're really asking us why we're speaking English now?
What is the lower channel Africa? Why do I address my people in English? That is a stolen culture from myself. I should be addressing you in a language that is African.
So you are hitting the nails directly in lower channel for moderating.
No. You are not the ultimate leaders.
Yes.
Maybe the nail is going to those
to the parliament
who passed
that made the English an official language.
Sovereignty bill. The protection sovereignty bill is not about money that comes from those who have been stealing from Africa for almost how many?
Yes. 600 years.
They have stolen our language. They have stolen our culture. They have stolen our religion. Can you imagine I worship a European god?
We don't do it.
Can you imagine I'm called Christopher? And do you know why I am called Christopher? Because my slave was called Christopher. The slave master who took my ancestors is called Christopher. And in order to identify the slaves that were belonging to Christopher, all of them were given a name called Christopher. The moment you defend yourself, you introduce yourself in a bar, you say Christopher, they would know you are a slave of who?
Of Mr. Christopher.
So hold it
And
there.
we are allowed this is a Christian name. In heaven there are no names.
Hold it there.
In heaven they are human beings.
Hold it there, Honorable.
So what was your question?
Now we're coming. My question was, you are the MP elect. Are you going to prioritize tabling a bill that is asking Parliament to rename the identity of the Bakonzo?
Let me tell you, that is a small thing. That's a segment of what I would love to discuss in that Parliament. In fact, in that Parliament, I will demand the amendment of the protection of the sovereignty bill so that it is comprehensive for Africa to reclaim itself.
You are talking now.
This money from Europe, if I had the chance, I would go and loot from Europe. If I had the chance, I would go to America and loot, bring back what they have looted from us.
Okay. Now I get your rebel.
You give him enough time.
Now, Ambassador, I want to come to you. Yes, so I've seen that they have looted, they have taken a lot from Africa.
Yes.
Now we have the big animal in the room.
Yes.
The culture.
Yes, please.
He has talked about that we are now worshipping a European god,
Of course.
whom the missionaries
Exactly.
came with. Now,
Yes.
But he should also help us. Before the advent, before the coming of these Europeans,
Yes.
didn't we have God? Were we not spiritual people? And that's a
Very
question.
important.
you start by answering it.
The academia.
So, Ambassador, I want you to tackle three things. One,
Yes.
we're having the big culture in the room. I mean, the big animal in the room have culture.
Yes.
We had the African traditional society.
Yes.
You know, you're a historian.
Yes.
Then here came the religion, the Islam, the Christianity, the Adventists, and all the other religions that come. Now, we have a contradiction, a sharp contradiction between culture and religion. People, whenever they try to bring out serious issues about culture, people complain that they have started
Violating the laws.
recently.
In fact, before Milton, there is nothing called a contradiction. There is only a misunderstanding.
Yes.
If I call my God Nyamuhanga,
Yes.
that's my language.
Yes.
That's Lukonzo.
Exactly.
So if you call him God, where is the contradiction?
Ruhani.
So I am using my language to call God.
Yes.
If you call Angel Gabriel, and for me I call Angel Gabriel Chitasamba, where is the contradiction?
Exactly.
Now, that's why I was
I am calling Angel Gabriel in my language.
Let us first have
And you are
Milton.
calling Angel Gabriel in your language.
So you're Angel Gabriel is Chitasamba. I'm coming back to you.
Now,
Milton, start from there.
We are discussing a mountain of problems. And if we are to unearth the truth,
We are suffering.
I'm telling you this will be Third World War. But diplomatically, God is giving me wisdom.
To keep global peace.
And to keep global peace alive. But I will share with you that 5,000 years ago, when kings were being buried in the pyramids in Egypt, they would write on their graves that, please, God, on the resurrection day, please remember and first consider our kings. That was before the coming and the birth of Jesus. Africans, before the birth of religions, including Christianity and Islam, and the Hindus, Africa's civilization and wisdom had already revealed to them, and God had spoken already to them, that the resurrection will be there. That is not just by.
And that would be on Mount Rwenzori.
It's also on record that the crafting and the representation of the Bible is truly the Africa's culture. Now I am just becoming academic. And so, to be blessed and to commission your faith mission, Jesus had to be told to go to Africa and feed on Africa's civilization.
Now, Ambassador, before you...
Abraham the same, Moses the same, and all the people that are represented in the Bible. What does it mean, as the priest has said? That evidence is alive, that Africa is the mother of all religions and all holy books that we know.
Now,
And
Ambassador,
this-
first pause a bit.
Yes,
Before you
please.
before you bring in Jesus,
Yes.
my point wants to point at these religions are coming, who have culture. Why are people sometimes misunderstood when they try to bring in these cultural dances? They start calling on these spirits to come and fall, and then that's where the contradiction is.
The lack of knowing self is the loss of who we are. We don't know who we are. We don't know where we came from. But I want to reveal to you, all Ugandans, the Rwenzori people, and all Africans, we are the original people. Because we came from dust, and we are at the center of the world with the
Why
solar
have you read
energy.
that, Ambassador, coming from dust?
Because if you go to America and you sleep with the Muzungu, the child is really likely to look like...
I understand where...
Biology, I'm using laboratory now, clinical evidence. But if a Muzungu...
The biology says we come from a womb.
No,
from
I
dust.
also... No, the dust is soil. I'm just representing the dust. I'm just talking. But look, clinically and biologically, all the people have a DNA connected to Africans. So whether you like it or not, so the culture, the richest culture, the original base of culture is the African culture. Now coming to Rwenzori, we have a rich culture that dates back 100 BC, before even Jesus was born. 100 BC, do you know the date when you go to carbonated? Those are many years ago. So in Rwenzori, there are of course few people, but look at now the whole intercastrian region. You will find that we had a culture of living for greater good. I'm now breaking what defined the Muyira. The word Abayira represents the Akablayan. The word African is just a colonial name. Akablayan is the original African man. The man God created was called Akablayan. Black from, basically African. Now, the Muyira is a construct of who the Bakonzo now, let us say Bakonzo. But what built us was the culture of living for
the people of the mountain.
The people of the mountain. And so, living for greater good, that we were a community where you don't just be happy alone. That when one doesn't win, it means all of us have lost. If one gets sick, all of us get concerned. If one of us is sick, all of us must feel that we are sick. If there is a threat for one person, his wife is sick, all of us must come and sleep in his community, in his environment, and start praying for that child. Living for greater good is the definition of Omuyira. Omuyira is that person, by the way, it is still in our spirit. Abakonzo, it's something that attacks all of them. You will see them united.
Yes.
Have you seen that? We even don't know why, even in Kampala. If you say, Abojonga, or Mukonjo will do what? If you want to know this, go to the associations. We seem to be easier to go along with each other. We are like ants. But what has crippled us is the type of education we have consumed that bring English, that bring the rich and the poor.
Now commissioning the education now there.
Yes.
Have you heard about the name Chitasamba?
Of course.
How do you interpret the name Chitasamba? Because whenever the king talks about Chitasamba, the people that are feeling holy, divine, something, those who believe in the now religion, who are religious, now take it out of context. Out of context, that Chitasamba, they are believing these are the natural gods.
As the priest is joining us, I want to tell you, my brother, that religion without culture will not move and will not positively impact society. So, in essence, religion or religious institutions are drivers of culture. Yes. So, to those who are listening to us, be careful not to throw away your culture, because culture defines your character, defines your blessings, defines whether you win in life or not. And so that's why when the Romans saw that the Israelites have this religion or this faith tradition in Israel, they had to take it to Rome. It was something that needed to be imported and stolen, and then they marketed it and integrated it within their what they had in Rome. And today it becomes the biggest religion called Catholicism. But it is all culture that came through Israel and was imported and impressed, just like we are impressing all these religions. But we must never kill our cultures, because they define who we are. And the culture gives us the difference between us and the northern, the global north.
Okay, I want to bring in Akamama. Akamama,
Yes, please.
You are a religious person. You're a devoted Muslim. You also believe in the culture where you come from.
Yes, I
proud
do.
Proud Munyarwenzori.
Yes, please.
How do you balance the two? Because some traditions, some cultural traditions contradict with the religious beliefs. Let me give you an example. Abahasa bakaba kolachi.
Bakaba anga.
They
initiate
the Trinity. Some religions do not believe in such. So
initiation.
Even my religion does not.
Perfect. Start from there.
Initiation.
How would you deal with this sharp contradiction between the religion and the culture?
Well, thank you.
More
so
so
much.
in that aspect.
Yes, please. Thank you so much. Now, in my religion, they teach us that the Quran is the supreme. You understand?
The supreme book of the land.
Yes, it is. So anything that contradicts the Quran, it becomes null and void. So me, I respect my culture. I love my culture, as in everything about it. But if it pushes me to that position of doing something that contradicts with my religion, then I would step aside.
Have you read about how the religious denominations came to Africa?
Yes.
Because ideally, originally, we had the culture.
The culture was there before. I understand very well.
So, if you have twins, for example, in your family, and I wish you have
yes,
some at some point.
Yes, my sister has twins.
Would you do the initiation of the twins?
We don't. It is against my religion. Yes, we don't.
But then there would be a sharp contradiction between culture and religion.
No, I'm not stopping anyone from doing it, but I just don't want to contradict with my religion. Yes.
And that's her right.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Now, Honorable Kamamas,
Yes,
I'm still with you. There is an instance recently in Makerere when the
king was
Musenga, of course,
now we wonder how to contradict the king.
No, you don't want to contradict. I don't want her to contradict.
Don't go there.
Absolutely. But when he mentioned the name Chitasamba, some people were too religious. So I'm not saying you should look into the mouth of the king. But what I'm saying is, why do people really have issues when people bring out the name Chitasamba? I want your own perspective. Chitasamba Nendri. Gabriel. So she's going to bring his perspective here, Chitasamba, so that people can understand. So that whenever a person says Chitasamba, so start from there.
Now, I earlier told you that in my religion, the Quran is the supreme law. And we cannot go against what has been stipulated under the Quran. Now, for us...
Does the Quran accommodate giving local names to God, the living God, Allah? Does it accommodate giving local names?
No, it does not. It doesn't, yes. It doesn't. And I wouldn't even want to go so much deeper into that because I will end up contradicting myself or my religion. Yes.
And we respect that idea.
Yes.
So, Honorable Chibanzanga, now you break...
Maybe he can
break it down now.
About it, yes.
Break down the Chitasamba thing. Yes. Because Kasese, many people are now... Because when you look at the statistics, most people on the slopes of Bugendera, Bunyangabu, Chitswamba, Greater Chitswamba, Ara, Burahia, are most of them are Adventists. And you know that religion came later after people had their own culture. My own grandfather, Mutunzi, was a cultural man. He became a Catholic, later changed to Adventism. But you understand that whenever you say Chibanzanga, Chitasamba, people are surprised which kind of person you are to still believe in the gods.
Angel Gabriel.
Gods in quotes. Put that gods in quotes. So bring in the Chitasamba theory now.
Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. Obviously, I regret that our way of life, our culture, our traditions are not yet fully documented. And even the little which is documented is not documented by us. The books I have read about our culture, they are documented, they are written by European authors. Our own people have not documented our culture, our tradition, our spirituality from their own perspective. As I told you, the contradiction I see between our culture and the slave traders and the colonizers and the imperialists is a question of language. It's a question of language for sure. If for them they know that the ultimate spiritual power, the spiritual ruler of the universe is God, and they found us here to know that the ultimate spiritual power and the ruler of the universe is Nyamuhanga with his angels like Chitasamba, who rules over the mountain. Angel Gabriel to govern the mountain.
So Chitasamba only rules the mountain
and other angels, and the other angels like Muhema, like Nyabebuya, like Kalicia for the.
So they're all in heaven, or they're just hovering on the mountains? I want to know.
Don't give me the European concept.
Exactly.
The European concept, the Razumo concept, it may be that God lives in heaven and he has a kingdom over there. My Luira concept of God, that God and his angels, they live on Mount Rwenzori to protect all of us. Where is the contradiction? You are all spiritual, I am spiritual.
Yes.
So where is the contradiction? And these religious people, these so religious people, they will have to excuse us. Because Africa, we are tracking.
Supposed to be part of this discussion.
Because we are tracking ourselves.
I'm also religious. Am I part of those that you're saying that?
My daughter Kamama, her religion comes from the slave traders, the Arabs.
Yes, please.
And that religion is part of the spiritual culture in the Middle East.
Exactly.
Don't lie to me.
Yes.
And mine came with Lindi.
No, the other Protestant of mine is part of the Roman culture. When Martin Luther disagreed with the Catholicism.
Yes.
What does they know that? The Pentecost is part of the American spiritualism to try to challenge the traditional religions.
And the Orthodox.
And the Orthodox.
They
Who
departed
doesn't
from the
know that?
Catholics, yes.
But who told these people that before they came to Africa, we were not spiritual beings? We were worshiping our God. We were worshiping our God with his angels.
Which God were we worshiping?
We were worshiping Nyamuhanga,
Mohanga.
the owner and the Alpha and the Omega
The universe.
of the universe.
And everything.
Nyamuhanga. And Nyamuhanga was assisted by his angels. One of the angels, and for them they say Angel Gabriel.
For you
us we
say Chitasamba.
The other one, the angel of women and children, Nyabeboy. I don't know how they call him. The angel of the environment and animals, Kalicia. So where is the contradiction? The religious people will help us. Africa, we are thinking. We are discovering ourselves. And we are saying, why are we backward? Why have we remained backward? But because spirituality has a very big influence on your economy.
Exactly.
Spirituality has a very big influence on your science and technology.
Yes.
All right, Honorable.
Let me ask you,
I want us first to go to a
interrupt
short
me,
break. I
you
want
might
us-
be an agent of foreign powers. How did an African Mukonzo on Mount Rwenzori discover that there is a water in Chirembe? How? That there is iron ore. You call it iron ore?
Yes.
I am not good in those things.
No,
Iron ore.
Yes.
That if you heat this soil to 120 degrees, it will turn into a metal. How did he? Because the Muzungu at the time he reached here, we were processing iron ore.
Yes.
How?
Wisdom, culture.
Look at this
The
man.
power of culture.
And there were no university to teach people
No, you're
the
educating
soil
us.
texture. There was no university, not even a class, not even a P1.
Peers.
But those fellows, I'm sorry, those fellows knew that in the Botare, in Cherembe, there is a soil. If you heat it beyond 120 degrees, it will turn into a metal. And if you shape it, you will have a knife, you will have a spear, you will have a sonemo. They call it a cycle. That one. You will have an arrow and shoot. How did they know? The spiritual revelation. How did my mother, who did not even attend the P1, know that some herbs would treat malaria?
Honorable, we shall be starting from there. Let us first go into a first commercial break. We shall be right back with this discussion of culture and religion and how the Rwenzori is going to live in this 21st century.
Why not?
Otherwise, we shall be back. This discussion is quite interesting. We shall have to read your comments, those watching us online. Maganjo Grain Miller.
Mu mutima gwa Uganda mulimu ekimera eky'enjawulo era nga kigiddwamu omutindo ogusukkulumye. Engano ya jiko nga ekolebwa ab'amaganjo grain millers. Kola ebyokulya eby'omulembe nga okozesa jiko owoomerwe ne famiri yo. Nations. Mu mutima gwa Uganda mulimu ekimera eky'enjawulo era nga kigiddwamu omutindo ogusukkulumye. Engano ya jiko nga ekolebwa ab'amaganjo grain millers. Kola ebyokulya eby'omulembe nga okozesa jiko owoomerwe. Nations. Mu mutima gwa Uganda mulimu ekimera eky'enjawulo era nga kigiddwamu omutindo ogusukkulumye. Engano ya jiko nga ekolebwa ab'amaganjo grain millers. Kola ebyokulya eby'omulembe nga okozesa jiko owoomerwe ne famiri yo ne ku mikolo gyo. Yimusa omutindo gw'enfumba yo oyimuse essanyu lyo nga okozesa engano ya jiko. Ekolebwa ab'amaganjo grain millers. Engano ya jiko evaamu ebyokulya ebiwooma nga byagalwa. Woomerwa akaseera konna nga okozesa engano ya jiko. Maganjo grain millers. Feed nations. Mu mutima gwa Uganda.
Since the room is actually hot, we went into this break. It's hot, the temperature hot. But before we
Reduce it to 10, not 24.
but before we resume, I want to read some comments here. Before we resume, let us share this link to Oliver Konzo and Vanande. That is Afrostate Tech. Seriange David Nkuyege from USA is saying thanks to Bro Wambale. I'm following attentively from the US. Bumate from
Okay.
Bumate from Bwendera is saying Chibanzanga is right. God in bracket Nyamuhanga is the main supreme, and God has his angel Chitasamba who protects the mountain of Rwenzori. No lie. Let's appreciate our culture. Then we are getting Jeff Jime Muhindo who says this is a great discussion. Dynamics, one blood, one family. Then Rema saying proudly associated. May God's favor and blessings be upon LC Africa, soon becoming a very big brand. Where it was, it not where it is now. I think this is appreciating our show, and I thank all those that are watching us live from all over the world, in the US, in the UK, here in Uganda, and most importantly from our great mountain of Rwenzori. Now, we have had now the discussion about culture, Chitasamba, the cultural beliefs. Now, I want us to go into this last segment discussing how this culture has to some extent negatively affected the Rwenzori. You understand that we have had several clashes, and most of these clashes, when you do some research, have been pointing to the issue of culture having an impact. Most people go to the Bajaja, Abatrahwa, Abechibende, and they tell them that when you get eggplants and ruundra, and you smear some water or some what, and you attack a military installation, the bullet will not touch you. So that is how cultural beliefs are shaping the narrative. I want us to go into that deeper discussion, starting with Ambassador of the Global Peace Foundation, how this culture is now, because people do not understand that Nyamuhanga means God.
Are you sure?
No.
Who doesn't know?
There are people culturally who do not know that the Nyamuhanga means God.
How?
And Chitazamba is an angel. Because this one didn't know that Chitazamba is an angel.
How would you
So, Ambassador.
How would you call God? God is English. How do you know God? Ruhanga.
Yes.
So is that a contradiction?
It is not.
Let us begin with Ambassador Kambula.
I have, Africa has ever taken care of the rest of the world. People think the Africa of today has always been like this. I want to remind you people of Rwenzori and Africa that Mwasa Musa was the richest man in the world. And when he traveled to Middle East, the donations he kept giving people in Egypt, in Liberia, he went up to Saudi Arabia. Of course, you're a Muslim, you have studied about this man.
Yes, Musa, yes.
Mwasa Musa.
Musa.
Right now we have for
Mwasa Musa was
he was from
Western
West
Africa.
Africa,
from West
Ghana
Africa.
there. Mali. And we have now the current richest man, I think, is Elon Musk. So he's from South Africa. It's a blessing of Africa. For 450 years, constant, Africa was donating to the rest of the world, not giving loans like the way we are getting loans and with interest. Give you money, build. Actually, we led Europe for some years, even UK there. People, you should use the internet and study the power of who Africans were. But what was the difference? The difference was with the strong culture came stable families. Stable families came stable and prosperous communities. And prosperous communities built a continent of vicious, stable, and rich people. Africans were rich. Africans are naturally very, very rich.
Even now we are still
We are richly,
We are
naturally
super.
blessed, yes.
Now, without culture, we are now weak. We are becoming weaker. And so we are now the beggars. Because when culture becomes diluted, and so you forget who you are, you start walking without a dream of knowing who you are, and you are raw as an African. Then you are now depending on the Chinese, Americans, the World Bank. No! The gold they are using in their bank reserves basically come from here.
Now come
So
back to my
culture-
question, Ambassador, now.
Culture now is that with this eminent threat that is here, we have now to be bright. Buli omwe yebereremu kyongera kikoze ngenda kiba ku Muganda tofiririra dini
Wabula omanyi olukonjo tolumanyi kati yogera Oluganda.
These constructs came recently. Yet our ancestors had left us a foundation to take care of us. So if I am bright, I cannot say, now I should love Islam so much over Christianity to the extent that I'm ready to die for Islam and ban others and Christians useless. I'm the only one who's right. No, that would turn you into a terrorist and will arrest you. So where should we balance? I have said Islam is also culture. Of those people, the other side, like
spiritual
culture of the Arabs. While Christianity is also spiritual culture
from the West.
From the West, Rome. But this is very interesting, Honorable. When you go to Israel, 2% are Christians.
There's nothing called Christianity.
So Jesus, the people who follow Jesus in Israel are basically 2%. So, yet in Africa, majority of us we follow Jesus. Now, the marketing and the spirituality understanding of Jesus, pushed by Rome and Italy, helped us to follow them. So at my level as a diplomat, what I'm calling for is, please in Rwenzori, let us shy away and destroy what we call identity-based conflicts, whereby you a Christian and a Muslim, and you both see a traditionalist as an enemy, as someone who's satanic or useless. When I put on my rubugo, they bury me in rubugo, they say that one against the Magombe. No, and I thank Mr. President Museveni for opening religious freedoms. And this is core at the base of social cohesion. So at this particular time, let us use Christianity and Islam, unite the good of these religions with culture, and then bond together, because both of them are pushing for peace and
Now I want you to make a comment about the people that believe that there can be supernatural superstitions that
you know, all of us are spiritual. The way you are bringing it, you are mixing two things. There are those people who are using our ignorance to manipulate us and kill the ethics of our traditional science and faith. Those things are not part of us.
They are everywhere, by the way.
They are everywhere. Who has been the biggest terrorist group in the world? Our Christians. Hitler was he a Christian? Was he a Muslim?
No.
He was a Christian. Look at the people who have terrorized this world. The biggest terrorists are actually Christians. Muslims come maybe second, we don't know. But traditionalists are not anywhere that they came like manipulating people. You lie, the people. These are lies. The history of Africa has been on the base of
But was not a Muslim, by the way.
He was a Christian.
And he killed how many people?
It was close to 5,000 people. The African traditional culture impresses unity and diversity, impresses peace, impresses hard work, where children work with their parents, not to beg, but to work, and no stealing. Because you feared God, you feared the angel Gabriel, the Honorable is talking about. You knew that if you urinated in a river, God would make you impotent. You would not have children. Now, today, if you tell a thief, I'm going to pray to Jesus to curse you, the thief will take more
and laugh at you.
And laugh and look at this fool. Now, we must have, it is not contradictory, it is that we must respect each other's culture and give way for everybody to operate. After all, the Muslims and Christians and traditionalists fundamentally all love peace, love unity.
Thank you.
Yes,
Honorable Chibanzanga.
Yes, sir.
I will come last to Honorable Kamama. At least you have been in the mountains far longer than any of us here.
Why? I'm the eldest, yes.
One, you're a prince. Two, you are from a cultural family where we believe culture originates from. And we are not surprised that you're quoting that Chita Samba is an angel. That's not our surprise, because
I'm not quoting. I found it there.
You are
it is a tradition.
Brought up, it's a tradition.
I don't even know where it came from.
As a prince, have you had concerns about these issues, misusing culture for their own stuff, like those people who attacked military Kanyamwirima, those who attacked, they had. So I want you to go into that perspective.
Oh, thank you very much. Luobe Channel
Africa Limited.
In every civilization, there are positives and negatives. There are advantages and disadvantages. And in every civilization, we must build the capacity to discard the negatives and move with the positives as it conform to the modern trends, the modern lives. It is true that in every civilization there are abuses. And maybe those ones who still use Endwund, as you have said, they are abusing our spirituality, they are abusing our culture, they are abusing our tradition.
Aren't they right to believe that the gods can?
No, in the modern times, they are not right. But even if you wanted to engage in a war situation, you must be able to be scientific, because that's where we are. You must go science and technology. You must be scientific. Even if you want to engage in the war, you must have strategy. You must have tactics. But I know that in a situation of war, there's what we call a psychological warfare. This Endwund business.
Don't ask me about Endwund.
And the belief around the Endwund business. And the cuttings and they put ash into your body. It's a psychological warfare. That if we attack you, you will not kill us. We shall disappear.
The bullets
we shall disappear and get you. We shall attack you without knowing. That is psychological warfare. But that psychological warfare should be accompanied with strategy and tactics, science and technology. You get it?
Yeah.
So the problem that, that those people have is that they rely too much on the psychological warfare, and they forget all about strategy and tactics, science and technology. Maybe it is because they destroyed our scientific innovations.
Exactly.
I don't agree with those who rely in anything they want to do on a psychological aspects. Leave it as a psychological aspects. Because there are people who still think that they must go to a witch doctor to give them some medicine to win a woman. There are people who still think that they must go to a witch doctor to become rich.
Or even setting up a business and then they put the kandagara in the
kandagara. Yeah. They are there. That's the psychological aspects of life. But as you are believing in the psychological way of doing things, which is spiritual, please have some strategy, have some tactics, have some plan on how to deal with your things. I was in Vietnam some 7 years ago. In every duka, a shop in Vietnam, there is some small god in the corner. And you see them giving mandazi, giving soda, that's their belief.
They giving mandazi to the what?
But even if they do that,
they are giving mandazi. Repeat that to the what? They are giving mandazi
to the small god in the corner. With some bubani, with some...
Even Chinese.
What is bubani in Lokonzo?
Bubani.
Even Chinese, even in India, a small god somewhere, and they go and worship. But when they are worshipping their spiritual life in business, they don't forget customer care. Customer care. And that's a strategy, and that's a tactics. They don't forget increasing their clientele in order for them to sell and do business. But you cannot rely on your spiritual life of doing a business, on your spiritual life of carrying on a war, on spiritual life to deal with your agriculture. No, you must be very scientific. So I don't agree with them, those who rely only on their spiritual life to deal with their problems. But at the same time, I agree, psychological treatment is real.
Is real?
Real!
It can work.
There are some patients.
So it works?
Of course. There are some patients, they say, if I don't see Dr. So and so,
I want to recover.
Senangalama, I want to recover. That's psychology. But that Dr. So and so cannot rely on the psychology of a patient. He has got to go science and technology.
Honorable Kamama, I'm coming to you.
So I don't agree with those who are relying on
Andrew Undra.
You are misleading people. And equally, it is like those who are abusing the Western culture, the Western spirituality. People have become rich out of their church. In fact, right now we have the Jesus industry.
Repeat again. We have the what?
The ministries.
You have heard.
The Jesus industry. What is the Jesus industry now?
Jesus industry is where some pastors are just opening up.
That's a new term.
Like a
Jesus
ministry.
industry. Jesus Christ.
It is a ministry, yes. It is under Jesus, yes.
Jesus industry is where younger people are opening up Pentecostal
churches
to become rich.
Rich, yes.
Even when they are still worshiping God in papyrus. For them, they are driving monster cars. Others have bought jets. Others are building mansions. When the flock is in abject poverty. So that's an abuse.
I have got a new word. The Jesus industry.
So the Jesus industry is to take money from the poor to enrich yourself. Even in Rwenzori, people are using our spirituality to fool people, get money for themselves, get rich for themselves, as those people are getting poor.
Well, Honorable Kamama, we are trying to look into the culture and religion, how people are misusing culture. Yes, they have the right to go to their doctors. Why do they call them witch doctors? Before I come to Kamama, why do they call them
Spiritual mediators.
They are spiritual mediators. Anyway, they are free to do that, but you see people are misusing that to create havoc to our community. How bothered are you about the culture that is being misused?
Okay, thank you. I would want to first apologize to our viewers. I should say this, that I was not supposed to be part of this talk show.
Why?
Let me explain.
You're talking about culture.
Not because I don't know what to talk about or what, but you know, I love my culture and I'm so proud of it.
As well as you love your religion.
I love my king and I'm ready to protect and preserve our culture. But now I cannot go against my religion.
Yeah.
So I have some other things that I cannot talk about. I will have crossed
That
the
would
boundaries.
contradict.
Yes, that would
But
contradict.
that even Honorable Chibaza
now-
is a devoted, you're a Protestant or a Catholic?
Born in a Protestant church,
But now,
baptized in a Protestant church. I have raised in a Protestant church, lived in a Protestant church, but I have
But knowing
discovered
that there is
a
Jesus.
misunderstanding between the Protestant church, that is the Western the Western spirituality, with my
own
Rhetoric
culture.
spirituality, and that contradiction must be sorted
Out.
now.
Honorable Kamama.
Now,
continue.
not tomorrow. It should have been sorted out yesterday. Long ago.
Now,
Honorable Kamama, now, yes, we receive your apologies, but
yes.
I wanted to, as a leader,
Yes.
how bothered are you with
You're going
the...
to lead the culture.
I am bothered, and let me step a bit back. I think we should introduce this, Honorable. We should talk to our parents to educate us, teach us about our culture.
You are right.
You understand?
Absolutely
And
right.
I think we should even have some special subjects in our schools, like right back home. You understand? Because we are the Vaira. But some other people out there, even when you ask them how the Rwenzori came about, they do not even know. Some do not even
7
know.
years ago. Can you imagine?
You understand? Someone does not even...
You don't know.
The history has died.
Because, you know, like some time back, someone would fall sick and they just go to a bush, get some few herbs, they
burn some
cook
herbs
them.
and they
Not
start putting in
not those. My religion is against that. They cook them, you take them, and you're cured.
Drink.
You understand? Yes, you drink. You understand? That is culture. By the way, when you travel and go to China, those people respect their culture. And even the way how they feed. That is why those people, you find like someone over 100 years, still walking. Still walking because of how they feed. Like they prioritize their culture more than any other thing. You understand? So me, I think the problem is with our parents. They should educate us about our culture. They should, at least for now, Kasese, they have introduced Lukonzo in our school. Some schools, not all of them. I think it should be prioritized because we do not know these things. We are still learning. And as you can see my age, at least someone like Kamama, I have some little history about how our kingdom was formed. Do you understand? Because my grandfather, Chitalemire Abdallah, was part of the movement that led to the outcome of what? Of the Rwenzori. Yes, he was part of those men. He was.
So now
yes.
you have the right to claim on.
Now I want you to come to the point of being bothered by these people that are misusing culture.
As much as the people who are misusing the religion.
Because they are into the end under business, they are trying to misrepresent the Vaira. Because these people that are doing these acts
why are you putting much emphasis on Andowunda? Not emphasizing on people who think they can heal a lame person by just a prayer.
Who takes the point of information? My sister is saying she will not allow the one of this one, but she can drink the herbs. Yet Parliament is actually about to launch a very good scientific law allowing herbal sector to flourish in the country. So whether they put it inside, it has also entered. So even that one who has a drug, they are all working. So, and remember,
it doesn't matter how they use it.
They use the way and through him behind it. It is like the injection or tablets.
Elder Melton.
Yes, sir.
Before, of course, Parliament they will pass it.
Yes,
I have no problem with it. But now we have got to blend it with the
clinical,
the government, the chemists.
Exactly.
In one day.
Yes.
Before you administer that herb, it must be checked by the laboratories of the government, the chemists.
Yes.
And then you know what are the medicinal properties in the herb that you are launching.
Exactly.
And that's how we can bring culture, we can bring our sacred traditions to the modern life.
Okay, we want to first read comments that are online. Very many people are watching us. I want to let you know that.
Amen.
Very many people are watching us. This is from Buendera. Duke of Kasulenge says, when God created the world, he placed different protectors differently. Buddha for Indians, Yesu for Jews, Mukasa for Baganda, and Chitasamba for Rwenzori people. Each part of the world was given a god to help them in things like angel of war, good yields, and so on. Why inherit the gods of other people? I always see people go to Namugongo to pay tribute to the shrines.
Let me tell you. Let me stop there. Let me first tell you why the Europeans and Americans are blessed. They can even fly. Their innovations are really amazing. Even right now. It is that even when we are praying, we pray in English. And when we use the language that our God does not understand, the prayer goes to their God.
To the owners
and they are more blessed. Because our God must be able to hear our language.
Well, Honorable, I hear your perspective.
That is wisdom from America.
This is what when you are talking Arabic.
And
the God of the mountain is an Arab. The God of the Middle East, he is Arabic. And when they use the Arab,
so the prayers go.
They are praying for Rwenzori.
The prayers go
to Middle East.
Exactly.
And that's why they are rich.
Exactly.
For them, they don't even work.
Yes.
Middle East people are not working.
So the prayers leave Kasese and go direct to Middle East.
Start praying in the language that our God
more comments coming in here. Now when I go and dig around the graves of my grandfather, Chinyamunzule, and begin speaking to him to help me. I'm seen as a witch. Is it different from going to Namugongo? Lastly, we believe in God as Nyamuhanga. Lastly, as Baswara.
Stop there. In the name of God, in the name of Nyamuhanga, there is no difference for you to go and have a memorial service in your ancestral land for your your ancestors.
And you speak to them.
Who perished. Speak to them.
How?
There's no difference from that one who go to Jesus' grave.
How logical is that?
And start praying. How logical is it to go to Jerusalem to pray on Jesus' grave?
Exactly.
How?
Even the names, they are saying our names are.
How logical is it
But you
from
find
going
that
to
Jew.
Namugongo to worship the people who rebelled
Exactly.
against our culture and
Well, honorable, now lastly, Zibaswara, more so Baswara Bahundu from line of Ngunu Yamutrobo. We still believe in our culture and believe that the dead are not dead. And believe in our Chitasamba, Nyabebuya. This is Duke from
Nababuya is the
all the views and
is the
comments.
angel of children.
All the views and comments on this platform are solely not the views of LC Africa.
We are permanent.
The views of this panel.
We are partners. These are our views.
These are our views.
So as we go into, let us first go into a short commercial break. As we go into our last segment, we shall have a wrap up and then we call it a day. We are having another show coming in, the Business Focus at 7 p.m. with one of our sponsors here. We shall be coming back. Stay tuned. This is LC Africa, the current.
Mu mutima gwa Uganda mulimu ekimera ekyenjawulo era nations. Mu mutima gwa Uganda mulimu ekimera ekyenjawulo era nga kijiddwamu omutindo ogusukkulumye. Eŋŋano ya jiko nga ekolebwa ab'amaganja.
Welcome to LC Africa, the content factory. Here behind the headlines, behind the scenes, it is hot. Honorable Chibanzanga is over the moon.
I'm overreacting.
No, I'm not saying where we come from. But ideally, we thank you all those that are watching us from all over the world, more so from the mountains of Rwenzori. This is the Rwenzori Focus. We are trying to find solutions to a great mountain of Rwenzori. Next week, we shall see how we tap into the minorities that live in our mountains and the lowlands. But today, as we wind up this program, I want us to look at the rebrand of the Obusingabo Rwenzururu. Not so long ago, the king made a reshuffle of his cabinet, and he brought on young blood mixed with old blood in the cabinet. And their agenda is that they are rebranding. They are rebranding the kingdom. They want to have a kingdom radio. They want to start a
Some contribution.
Some contribution. There is some word there they are using.
But I think it started.
But they want to put in more effort. So I want each one of us to use about 3 minutes to look at how this kingdom can rebrand itself and how they are seeing the progress of the kingdom. I will start with Ambassador Kambura, then Sister Kamama, and then the prince will crown it up.
What is happening, my brother, is that communities with strong culture are economically stable. And so I want to tell people from the Rwenzori region that all these kingdoms are our hope. And when we talk about rebranding, just look at a kingdom like China. They don't have so many of these religions, but they have focused on their old ancient civilization, and everywhere they go, they are always really winning in technology. Now it's a factory for the rest of the world. Japan, the same. You come to Middle East, what is our culture that will distinguish the Mukonzo? Then they say, we will want to work with this one. We will want to relate with this one. We can trust the other one. That is all culture. Government does not build that. And that's why I have a problem with the government of Honorable Minister here, that corruption cannot be broken down by government, by policies just in the parliament there. How many prisons do we have? So the focus should be on triggering culture, because Sir Robinson recently wrote a book, published a book with the title called Change Culture, Change the Game. So the only ammunition we have right now is to trigger a culture of tolerance, a culture of love, a culture of hard work, not begging, a culture of peace, a culture of team, collaboration and trusting each other and investing in each other. So OBR did a great job all last week. Our Royal Highness, Royal Majesty, our King, Omusinga wa Rwenzori, Irimangoma, did a wonderful event. And he told us, please, make sure you help me understand as my people. You must respect this culture, because we fought. Our fathers died, and your grandparents also sacrificed a lot for this liberation of making sure that marginalization of the Bakonzo and the Bamba that time stopped, and indeed it stopped. So if our grandparents died for this thing, who are we to abandon it? Actually, it should be a crime to say you are not part of the OBR. No, it should not be temporary or voluntary, or I don't believe in the OBR. No, you are already called Baruku. By that alone, it should be criminal to carry Baruku and you are not a member of OBR. Just like the kingdom of Bwamba, the Bwamba, you are a Mwamba, you should be proud to be called a Mwamba. And that name you host is not your name, it's the name of your ancestors who built that culture. So walk like one, walk like the Mwira of the 2,000 years ago. Who were they? They were in the rebranding. That's why we are talking about rebranding. One is that unity in diversity. The Musinga told us all Bakonzo must be willing to work with everybody. The Batoro, the Baganda, the Bachiga, and build companies and rise up as billionaires. Because unity is power. And so Bakonzo, we are short. He said, someone said we are short. So we can see what is on the ground. But then we cannot see what is ahead. So that's why we need the Machori. And so the Machori will say, I am the Girafe. So you, Mukonzo, who's down? Something bad is coming. Prepare the conflict warning. Start building walls against the famine. That's why we need everybody. He told us that we need to rise man and build the kingdom. Our king does not, a king is a king. And he doesn't beg. All of us must be rising over like 100 billion.
Ambassador,
shillings.
he said two major things there as you finalize your submission.
Yes, please.
He said, I'm renting.
Can you imagine?
Both,
he said it.
Both out of my kingdom
and inside
the kingdom. So
no, let me begin with the NRM government. You cannot, and it is good is here, and you're going to be a minister in the name of
information.
Gabriel you talked about. When
in the name of what?
In the name of Chita Saba. And I request Mr. President Museveni to give him back his ministerial post. I want you to undress as usual and say we need, you people burnt our king, our palace. We want it to be built. You cannot really talk and tolerate this nonsense. You burn someone's palace and then people start rising small money. Yes, we will build the palace, but we want the one who burnt it to come and support
And
this
the government
call.
will say that you're not
No,
asking it
I
politely.
meet the president. In some time back, I had to share with him. We did something with him on the family festival.
Yeah, I understand.
And indeed, it is embarrassing, Prince, that politics of the time is making us fear to talk openly like this, and yet you people went to the bush. The president actually was annoyed, and the lack of this space enabled you people to go to the bush. Now we are liberated. King is saying, please raise the money. We also want President Museveni to fulfill his pledge, because it is part of the pledge.
Can't the subjects build that?
Are we the one we built the other one? Again, we
Are we the one who
built
did
Are you mad? Now, this goes to all the MPs. Remember, they all NRM. Me, I have no part. I'm here like I'm an ambassador.
No, you have a party,
Because
sir.
they even
Which
enter
You have a party that you register.
The different that one. But a part of the things is that we don't want this masquerading around.
Like a cat.
That kind of nonsense must stop. And
Okay.
that's why they fear
I
us.
want you to finalize your submission,
So,
Ambassador.
since they have all NRM or MPs, I think it will be easy to convince the president, but also the parliament. And you who failed over from Onup, continue
I didn't
pushing.
fail. I
So,
didn't fail.
the king and the
she didn't have enough
Nyabaole,
votes.
we are going to
She
build.
didn't just have enough votes, but she didn't fail.
Hey, yeah, Wama, you a winner. A winner. Thank you next time. Now, Nyabaole and our king and the princesses and the prince, you are going to have a home. And the people are going to build for you a new home. A palace we call home, all of us. Because that's our identity. That's the center and the gravity of our influence. Because when we are here, they say, you Bakonzo who are weak people, you don't, even your king is begging and
Bagonjwa.
renting.
I want
That
to get
kind
done.
of
I want to
nonsense.
get done with you. You are having international friends.
Yes.
Have you lobbied for any
My
funds?
brother, we
for-
have supported, but now you are rising.
Have we given him the project proposal?
Do you know that question? But then we keep supporting. There is where we also fail. Now,
Anyway,
this sovereignty bill. Now me, I'm going back to Karambi
No.
to sleep and die without. These people, I
So
don't.
the sovereignty bill has sent you back
It
to
has
Karambi.
been taken me back to Karambi to sleep.
No,
So
no,
at the end of the day, at the end of the
I
day,
think that's a misconception.
At the end of the day, whether we like it or not, the next government, because these old people are all going. Whether
Which
they-
old people are you referring
The
to?
Banzangas.
No, Chibazang is still a young man. You are going to be in the next government. But what I'm saying is, whether they like it or not, we are unstoppable. The young people are unstoppable. We are going to rise up our kings. Because you can't make a constitution, you only recognize a king. No rules.
Only
When a king wants to preach peace or value, they say, you are joining government, you are joining politics. Sasa kamata yeye. So the next government, we're going to have a lower parliament and a higher chamber of parliament. So that we have all groups.
That is the next government
We want
from
to
your
make
party.
sure culture is free. Culture must walk. Culture, you must see it in people. Right now, you have corrupted people. People who are not really productive. And government has nothing to do with re-engineering the
Thank
population
you.
to better performance.
Thank you, Ambassador Kambula. Honorable Kamama, I saw the National Unity Platform when they were making plans to build the palace.
Yes.
Made a significant contribution, and your president sent some good money.
10M.
10 million.
Yes.
In as much as we haven't received the accountability of how much was collected and when they're going to construct the palace, how do you see the rebrand of the kingdom?
Well, we shall not rebrand our kingdom when our king is not yet fully free.
Is he not free?
Yes, fully. He's not yet free. I remember we had a function in Kasese municipality.
Okay.
You know, the king has, he has authority to go wherever he wants. But when he reached somewhere, he was blocked by the military. And they told him that you're not supposed to go there. You're not allowed. A king in his own palace, you stop him from accessing a certain area. So now I think it is a collective responsibility for the Bayira. We have to fight for this. Our king has to be set free fully. Because you cannot tell me that when our king wants to go and get medical attention from abroad, he has to get permission from government. When he wants to leave the country, he has to first get permission from the government. No, so we cannot rebrand our kingdom before we work on that. Okay. Honorable, you've been elected by the people of Buendera. Yes. Please go and fight for that. Now. Go and fight for our king. We need him to be fully free.
I think the Honorable,
you understand?
that one is automatic because he's a royal.
It is not automatic.
It is not. It is not.
In Parliament will not even allow him.
How can a whole king that we respect, how can he, like, you know, be kneeling, requesting up? How?
To be treated.
How?
Well,
now, looking forward to rebranding our kingdom, I think after working on that, the government, by hook or crook, has to work on that palace.
Is the NUP ready to...
Because we shall not be identified as the Bayira.
Is the National Interplatform ready to make another contribution?
Of course, why not?
Okay, thank you.
No, let me first submit, my brother.
Please, go on.
Yes, please. Now, after working on that, Honorable, please go and present that issue before Parliament, that our king should be set free fully. He shouldn't be begging. He's not into politics, no. He's a cultural leader, not a political leader. You understand? And the president of this country has to respect.
On that, Honorable Kamama, recently, I think the last financial year, they made an amendment and they increased on the financial assistance they give to kingdoms. From 5 million, 20 million to 60 million now.
Per quarter?
It's per quarter. It's not monthly. I thought it's monthly. So the king was saying that, yes, the government has tried to help kingdoms, but the money is like handouts. It is not enough to run kingdoms. Do you think sustaining a kingdom must be from government side or the subjects?
The subjects.
Okay, I think the lion's share has to come from the central government.
No.
That is according to me, yes. The lion's share has to come from the central government. Then
to sustain a kingdom.
Yes, we are ready to contribute, even when they tell us
the reason I'm asking you that is we have seen old kingdoms. I'll give an example of Buganda Kingdom they read an annual budget every year, and this is a budget that is in billions of money, and most of this money is coming from the Baganda themselves. So that's why I'm asking, can't the subjects of Rwenzori sustain their own kingdom?
We are ready to do it, my brother, because we love our kingdom.
We have sold everything. Yes. We fought, our fathers died. What are you talking about, you man? you are bringing the same question without legs. My grandfather was beheaded, can you imagine? Was buried without a head. Isn't that a contribution?
It is.
Even to talk and risk my stature, global peace ambassador, and say government must. That is we are already working.
Okay, Honorable Kamama, finalize your submission, please. We are doing some interjections, but I think we get the direction we wanted to take.
Okay, in the process of rebranding our kingdom, I would love us to copy, like to pick a leaf from these other kingdoms. Take an example of the Buganda kingdom. They came up with a very nice project of, is it Masengere?
Masengere.
That building. And they're making a lot of money from that building.
That's an income generating.
They have a national television that earns them income. They have a public university. So I think these are some of the things that we need to have.
They're in the plan.
Yes, we
set by themselves, not by government.
We are ready to do it. We are ready to do it, my brother. We can, because we are so many. I think Kasese district is the most populated district in Western Uganda. Why not? We can do it. So I think those are some of the things that I think we have to work on in the name of rebranding our kingdom.
Thank you. We are privileged. Those watching us, we are privileged to be having a panelist in the names of Chibanzanga. Chibanzanga is a very historic name in our kingdom, because that was one of our forefathers, four kings in the kingdom. So we're having the chief prince with us. The kingdom is being rebranded. Are you part of the plans of rebranding the kingdom?
And I'm also lucky sitting next to the
to the royal.
To the royal, you are
Yes,
taking
I'm so
the-
Thank you
lucky.
very much,
blessing.
Lower Channel Africa.
Limited
It's limited. It's a
Yes,
company
it's a-
limited by shares.
by shares.
Unfortunately, I don't have even a single share.
You should buy some.
It's very unfair. And the topic tonight was the Rwenzori
In the 21st century.
in the 21st century. Bridging the sacred traditions to the modern life. For me, the rebranding message was when the king returned to the kingdom
Sorry.
after 7 years of incarceration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His message was very loud
And clear.
and clear. And for now, I will give you only 3 points in that rebranding aspect. The 2 points, you look for them by yourselves.
Where will I get them from?
This is
You're saying you're giving me 3.
There's a whole pamphlet
Oh.
of his message when he returned.
So you're giving me homework to look for the
Yes,
2 points.
yes.
Journalist.
Go ahead.
You are journalists.
Go ahead.
We shouldn't spoon feed you. And we shouldn't spoon feed also our
And the
listeners
viewers.
and our community.
Yes.
They should be able to read and research.
Okay.
Part of the problems of Rwenzori is that we don't read, we don't research, we don't write our own history. We have allowed our own history to be written by other people
And distorted.
who don't even know our culture and our tradition.
Okay.
And in a way of doing it, distorted, because they are looking for quick money. One of the points in the rebranding process of our kingdom, the king was very loud and clear, and he said, I have come back for peace building and reconciliation. If I have offended you, let us reconcile and build peace and develop the Rwenzori sub-region and our Rwenzori kingdom. That one was very clear. And that's what we are pursuing, some of us. And all of the subjects of the Rwenzori kingdom should pursue peace and reconciliation so that Rwenzori, for the first time, after a long period of the Barasura, can be peaceful so that we enter the development agenda of this country. His second mission in the rebranding, he said, I have come back for social, cultural, and economic transformation. Because even if we have peace, even if we have reconciled and people don't have money in their pockets, people don't have money on their dining tables, a hungry man, they say what?
He's an angry man.
Is an hungry man. So we must struggle to make sure that there is a social cultural transformation. But if we are to stop at a social cultural transformation, what do we mean? You know, the people of the mountain, especially the original people of the mountain, we are so hospitable and welcoming. Do you know that we welcomed Kasagama?
Yeah.
And we hid him in Chitsangerwa, in the mountain of Ugandara. And he was hosted by my the grandfather of my mother, called Ruhandika. And therefore Ruhandika has even a street in Itoro. Do I have my Itoro friend around?
Yeah.
He's there.
Yes, my
Can
brother.
he remember the Ruhandika? He's on WhatsApp.
Abon.
Ruhandika has a street in Fopoto City. Why does Rwandeka have a street in Fopoto City? Because he hid Kasagama the king, who was running away from his father, Kabalega, in Bunyoro Kitara. So we are really well welcoming. And so in the social cultural transformation, we have got to work with all people in Rwenzoris. If we have offended each other, let us reconcile. Let us work together. You know, the tradition, the sacred tradition of the Bakonzo was that if you are not directly related to me, I can use a blood relationship to become my brother. You will become my brother.
Yes.
How many of you understand the blood relationship? Omusakano, in other words. Ruhandika and Kasagama, they had Omusakano, by the way. Only that the Batoro betrayed it. By imposing themselves now on the Musakano, on the blood brother. And to cause it a lot of mayhem. So, in the rebranding process of the king was, I have come back to build the peace and reconcile with all of those who have wronged us, or those who have wronged. Rebranding. I have come back to make sure that our people enter in the economic sphere of this country, so that there is a total social, cultural, and economic transformation. People can send their children to school. People can have medication, people can have shelter, people can have clothing, and people can pursue happiness. The third one was unity in diversity. Why unity in diversity? Because it was in recognition of we are in Rwenzori. But as we live in Rwenzori, there are so many communities living in Rwenzori. We have the Batoro, we have the Batagwenda, we have the Batuku, we have the Bambabawisi, we have the Bakonzo, we have the Banyabindi, we have the Basongora, we have the Batoro,
Bahindi.
We have the Bahindi, we have the Banyarwanda. From Rwanda, they came as refugees in Rwanda during the awards. We have the Bachiga, we have the Banyangole living in Rwenzori. We must build that relationship so that we develop Rwenzori, we develop the kingdom, developing a kingdom using unity in diversity. That was his third. The two, I'm not going to tell you.
The two said they will look for them.
We're going to look for the two. In fact, they had a 5-point agenda to rebrand the kingdom. I've given you the 3. Go and look for the 2. If you don't get them, next Wednesday.
Well, give us, in 1 minute, tell the viewers a wrap-up of, and your parting shots.
The wrap-up of,
just a minute.
Of my presentation today is that we had the theme and we had the topic today. Rwenzori in
the 21st century.
In the 21st century. Rwenzori in the 21st century is to blend our culture and tradition with the modern way of life. Because the world right now is entering in a relationship age. This relationship age is not going to look at your tribe. It's not going to look at your religion. It's not going to look at your geography. It's not going to look at your boundaries. It's not going to look at your government, the restrictions, the passports, money you must produce a passport to go to Kenya. It's going to look at humanity. Ubundu. Are you a human being? Are you on your 2 legs? You are my brother, you are my sister. And the information. I pity those who want to restrict information. Because you are not going to manage. Because the information age is ushering in the relationship age where we are going to relate to each other as human beings. But not as Bakonzo, as Batuku, as Batagwenda, as Banyabindi, as Basongora, as Bambabawisi. Human beings created by Almighty God, the relationship age.
Thank you.
So please be prepared. The information age, this is the social media. The way information is running, you were reading about people watching us in America. Now, what about your boundary that I produce a passport to go to America? People are watching me right now. I am talking to people in America. So the information age is ushering in a relationship age.
Exactly.
No more boundaries. No more tribes. No more religions. What is there is Ubundu.
Thank you.
Understand Ubundu? Let me put it in Lukonzo. Ubundu Bulamu. Ubundu Bulamu na Luganda.
Bulamu is Luganda.
You
have done now,
Omundu. We are going to relate with you as your mundu. Wamabisu kunyanzire. If you don't want me, we shall have a blood relationship and you become my brother. And it is a very simple thing.
Thank you,
I don't know
Honorable.
we are going to handle it with AIDS. You just get a belly of coffee, split it, cut you, put your blood, I swallow, I cut, put
We
my...
shall have that next week.
You
There is
swallow,
Sakana.
and we are
Sakana
brothers
Mukau.
and sisters, and that's how we are going to live in the world.
Okay.
So you people get prepared. Information age is ushering in a relationship age. Tomorrow, if you are not prepared, Sauli Zako, you will be left behind.
Honorable Kamama, your parting shots for the show.
I want to first appreciate the sponsors of this particular program. And
Maganjo Grain Millers.
And the
Do
viewers.
you know have you eaten any product from Maganjo?
They
Not
give
yet.
us when we are doing service on the
When you
yet.
come to the show next week, we shall give you a product from Maganjo.
You give me wheat.
Thank you so
You
much.
you want you, we shall give you jiko. Do you take chapati?
I do.
Okay. Let them bring the product.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Hey.
Shout out to Maganjo.
Grain
Thank you so
Millers,
much,
Dr.
yes.
Benon Luja. Shout out to the owner of Maganjo.
That we need to love our culture first, and we should be able to preserve and protect our culture. However, we have to be open to innovation. You know, we are living the 21st century. But you said that you earlier got.
No, now
Let me even hold
now this is the jiko I was talking about. This is jiko, one of the best brands in the world that makes chapati, good chapati.
So
And,
next time I will come with the feedback.
Jiko is on the world market.
Yeah.
Wow.
Even the US, the UK, China, everywhere.
Owned
Jiko.
by a Ugandan.
Owned
Wow.
by Ugandan.
Elder Luja.
Golden Jubilee awardee. So you can continue with your
Yes,
submission.
I was saying that we should love our culture. Our parents should be able to educate their kids about their culture. And but we should be open to innovation. We should be open to the new ideas, to technology. That is all I have to say.
Oh, thank you. Our guest, since you're coming here for the first time,
Wow.
Honorable, hold on, we shall give him next week.
Well, I give it.
But the Honorable said that.
We shall also give you.
I'll give him.
We are giving you, this is Maganjo maize flour.
Thank you.
One of the best brands
Thank you.
in...
I can also do.
This is a live show,
Thank you.
and they're watching you.
Thank you.
Maganjo maize flour is
Thank
one of the best maize flours in around the
And
world.
congratulations.
He has a machine that
Mm.
he has an equipment.
Bring the
Jiko.
book. I also want to give
This is-
Honorable a book.
There is a book
from
that
the
we had
author.
brought to Honorable.
Actually, the best. That's the best book now. Read
Which one?
all over the world right now. It's called
Hey.
The Korean Dream, written by Dr. Preston Moon. And it gives you how South Korea was built, a people's dream. And I want, on behalf of the author, whom I met in South Korea, he's my chairman.
Asantine.
He said, I give you this book.
Asantine.
When he saw you post.
Asantine.
Thank you. That's a global award book.
So that is how we have wrapped up the show. We have
I just want to say that as I conclude,
Korean
possibly I want to say that
United
to
Korea.
differentiate you from the losers and winners as presented in this book is that your culture is who you are. And if you want to be a champion, to be a different person, to be selected, to like the chosen one, walk with your culture. So Honorable mentioned that Kasmoru God,
Walk that you-
it is not just that Kasmoru God, it is the big God that community sees in that thing you are seeing as small, that humbles them, their character, their humility, to the extent that those without culture are not going to benefit from technology. And so artificial intelligence, machine language, and social media, only to those who are cultured will thrive in the 21st century. And the kingdom will only need to adopt and strengthen our culture so that we benefit from it, so that we are chosen.
Thank
to
you, Ambassador Milton Kambura. I wish we had more time to be on this set, but we shall be having another episode of the Rwenzori Focus next week. This week's episode has been quite interesting. We have had our guests receive a present from Maganjo Grain Millers. Honorable Christopher Chibanzanga has been given a book by Ambassador saying the book titled Korean Dream, A Vision for United Korea.
Yes.
I hope this is not contrasting with the sovereignty bill, because this is for
This is that's the best book in the world right now.
Well, this show is being hosted by Hason Mutunzi Bwambale. I come from Muhumuza, Buhira sub-county in Kiswamba in Kasese district, and I stay in Kampala, but I am a proud Muira. Until next time, keep it LC Africa, the Content Factory. We are proudly sponsored by Maganjo Grain Millers.
Mu mutima gwa Uganda mulimu ekimera eky'enjawulo era nga kijiddwamu omutindo ogusukkulumye. Engano ya Jiko nga ekolebwa aba Maganjo Grain Millers. Kola ebyokulya eby'omulembe nga okozesa Jiko owome. Mu mutima gwa Uganda mulimu ekimera eky'enjawulo era nga kijiddwamu omutindo ogusukkulumye. Engano ya Jiko nga ekolebwa aba Maganjo